Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of the Devlog series for SCP The Cycle. This week was quite a normal week for me. I didn't make amazing progress like last week, but I managed to stay on schedule and work on the goals that I discussed. First of all, as I said, I would be making more sprites in the new art style. The sprites for this week contain of the laboratory equipment. As you can see right here, I went on and made some scientific equipment. I already had sprites for the office, but since this game is set in a research facility, I thought it would be fitting to fit in some laboratories as well. I've made 3 different tables which contain flasks, notes, a microscope, a burner, a calculator and some gas tanks hooked up to computers. In the corner here, I've also made a cabinet which contains various chemicals. Secondly, I've been working on implementing SCP-914. I had already made a prototype even before I started this series, but now I've reworked it into the new style. The doors still need their own animations, as they still use the animations of the regular doors for opening and closing. For those of you who don't know what this machine is, I'll be giving a brief explanation. SCP-914 is a large clockwork device consisting of over 8 million recorded moving parts. These parts connect 2 small booths labelled intake and output. In the middle you can turn a knob to 5 different settings: rough, coarse, 1-to-1, fine and very fine. Below the knob is a key that activates the machine. When an object is placed in the intake booth and the key is turned, the machine will start refining the object based on the chosen setting. It is still unknown what this process does. For example, when researchers processed 1 kilogram of steel on the rough setting, the output consisted of large chunks of steel appearing to be cut by a laser. When they processed another 1 kilogram of steel, this time on the 1-to-1 setting, the output consisted of 1 kilogram of screws. For now, these 5 settings haven't been included yet, but I'll possibly add them in the future. In-game, this SCP can be used to upgrade or downgrade items. For example, when I put this level 2 keycard into the machine, it will give me a level 3 keycard. Now then, I must say it was quite tedious to convert the walls to the 914 version, because the 914 version is a bit lower than the normal walls. This caused several strange bugs to occur, but in the end they were all fixed. I also had some problems with timing the doors to open and close correctly, but in the end that was fixed as well. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten around to tinkering with the NPC system a little more, but that item does not have a high priority on the list. Perhaps I will fix that next week. Then, as I've talked about last week, I said I would be recreating the first chapter, which is exactly what I've done. You can see that I get spawned in this large office area, which is one separated office for the supervisor. And then, off to the right, we have the lab area. Lastly, I fixed a bug with the level 1 door would ask you for a level 3 keycard, which was quite the simple fix. It was just a number that I had to change. Now then, that was everything for this week. On to the goals for next week. I want to make animations for the SCP-914 doors, and I also want to implement the 5 settings for SCP-914, which will have different effects on the items that you put in. I want to expand on Chapter 1, and I might possibly want to start working on SCP-106 if I have time left over. Pathfinding AI for this SCP is already in place because I already made the NPCs, so that won't be an issue. And that was it for this week. As always, I'm very open to suggestions, so do leave some feedback in the comments. If you want to keep up to date with the progress, consider subscribing. Bye for now, and I'll see you next week.